Hello and thanks for staying with us. Nigerian Customs Service discover illegal routes from Benin Republic into Nigeria. Also on customs reports, on a customs command intercept containers loaded with fake trucks. Plus more report. I am Igiseme Itinye. Stay tuned. The Nigerian Customs Service at Semi-Border has discovered a new road from Benin Republic into Nigeria. The area controller said that the roads may have been constructed by carriers at night. He later showed the road to some of the security operatives operating at the border. He said that the carrier may have constructed the roads to enable them carry in consignments at night.
It was just last week, I was told that they saw a truck coming down empty. I said to the village, then there might be something. Then my intelligence officers came by themselves and so they said, Oga, it's something very serious. Immediately, we deploy our officers down there. Then I called the CO. Within 5 minutes, he sent 6 soldiers to come and help us. And they are there, we positioned them there. In that day, almost 5 days ago now, they are there. Okay. So from here, anything from Benin can come direct. And anything from Nigeria can go direct. So border have been cut off completely. And they operate in short 24 hours. And imagine who spend money from here to from the road that we started coming down here. Look at how they make the road.
On their own?
Yes, on their own.
This thing is wonderful.
Anybody can pass arms and whatever. And this is the gate for the Benin. Here, from here, immediately pass this one now. They are in Benin Republic. This is demarcation for Nigeria and Benin. See another one, shrine here, and whatever. And all these checkpoints you see there is where they mount their people. If you come here in the night and see the number of security people that are here, you'll be shocked. All from Benin. So which means our country is open. That's why I brought you here. You see by yourself. We put our hands together and block this place. We can't allow things to happen like that. This is border. This is just Benin. Once you cross this road, Benin. Then imagine from here to where we come from, I think it's about, you can say like 4 kilometers. So who made this road? Who financed the building of this road? We don't have smugglers, we only have carriers.
Okay, carriers, okay.
Yes. But maybe we get to the people who make this road. Because from here to that place, I'm sure approximately they'll spend not less than 20 million naira. But you can see the demarcation. Once you cross that road, you cross that rock, you are in Benin. And truck can pass here, trailer can pass here with anything.
Of course.
So I thank God all of you are here. You are part and parcel of this border. You are part and parcel of the security of the border. So we have to put our hands together like this and protect our nation and block this place. Rainy season is coming. All their routes will be closed. They are going to use only this place. That is the main reason of building this particular place. So we have to put our hands together. In 2 weeks' time, all this road will be closed. The road will be flooded, so they are going to use this place. So, call you to see what can we do about it. As of now, if you are going back to your office, please set a team and send it here. Already we have a team with soldiers and custom, and I want us to mix the soldier, the border patrol, DSS, custom, and immigration. All of us have to take part.
Yeah, on our way coming in here, we saw a kind of demarcation where they put sticks.
Yes.
What is?
The villagers. The villagers, the agro. If you are passing there in the night, you pay them, you carry, you pay. So that's what you see. You see, they have been building a solid one there at the main gate, main high, and the main entrance. They are trying to make a solid gate there. That will be collecting money from them. So that's the essence of the gate.
So which means that starting from now,
yes,
here will be fully policed.
As of 5 days ago, you can see the villagers start running away. Look at the number of vehicles that come here. They started running away. Since that day, nobody, if you look at it now, not because the rain fell, otherwise you will not even see the mark of any tire. But if it is before we discover this place, this is just like Oshodi market. They should remove their checkpoints, first of all. Secondly, they should cooperate with the security agents, because if they try to bring anything through this place, we're not going to take it lightly. I assure you, we are going to follow the rules of the law.
Some of the security operative has this to say.
We will always be here in collaboration with all agencies to ensure that the place is secured. And prevent all forms of misdemeanor, so to say.
So your men are fully on ground right now?
By God's grace.
Yes. Yeah. What about you, sir?
In fact, we are going to synergize with other security agencies as Border Patrol to be sure that this place is fortified. By the grace of God, we are going to send our team to come and take over this place in conjunction with the other security agencies.
Today, we are going to deploy our officer here to come and complement the effort of the customs.
The controller speaks further on the new road.
We look at this place as a strategic place because this is the way coming from Benin. So this is the end. From here, they moved to the main road, the highway. So we decided to put this place as our base. This place is going to contain both custom and our sister agency. Then we have an OC who will be with, from custom as a lead agency, who will deploy other officers to go and mine the other side so that to avoid all these motorcycles coming in. Because most of these motorcycles are carrying 5 bags of rice. So imagine maybe 200 motorcycles times 5. You see, I'm making a trailer. So it's not that we are here. This is just like our base to control the trucks, but we are going to on mobile patrol along from here or to the other side.
So can we say this is the first time we are seeing this type of illegal road construction from Benin into Nigeria?
Yes, this first time I'm seeing this type of thing. Look at the distance. And imagine how much they spent to construct this thing. So as of now, we are looking for who construct this road. Is it the community or the local government?
Okay, what will you be telling your men that are here with other security men?
Not to compromise with anybody. For the past 5 days they are here, no compromise. I feed my boys with the soldiers and they are doing the perfect job.
So which means that since your men has been here, nobody has passed?
Nobody has ever passed here. If you can see, these are the vehicles that will pass. Without this vehicle, you cannot even see any trace here. Since that day, we discovered this road. And I assure you, with the cooperation I have with my sister agency, nobody will pass here.
So what warning are you giving to them right now?
I'm warning. Warning? Yeah. You don't need to warn them. Just advise them to stop it. If they are not ready to stop, we are not ready to stop to do our work too. So maybe I will call this place as a center for Operation Fire for Fire. If they can listen, they should stop. If they don't want to listen, let them try and see what will happen to them.
You are watching the program Customs Report. The Onel Customs Command has again intercepted over 9 containers loaded with fake drugs into the country. The area controller said that the customs will continue to intercept goods not approved by customs at the seaport. He speaks more on the seizure of the containers.
Some of them are from China and some of them from India. And our duties has cut across virtually all facets of life of Nigerians. And we requested for the cooperation and support of Nigerians to perform better in this direction. I think this is the highest volume that so far I have seized in terms of fake drugs. And I would like to believe so far, I don't think we have this record so far in the service. Even if we have not heard about it yet officially. But because of the advanced method of intervention, there is a lot of cry over some of our actions in the markets, in the warehouses. So when the cargo gets on board a vessel, before even it arrives, we monitor. So we don't allow skirmishes to happen between our officers and men and members of the public, because in often the number of times we get loss of life there. But like I said, based on the documentation, the investigation on the importation is still ongoing. We have to find out who is the importer, where is his address, who is the exporter, where is his address, how do we connect the two, and then what would have been the end use and where would have been the end usage, where the position of the goods will be taken to. Investigation will reveal all this. And like I said, when we do our own, we hand over that aspect to the relevant authority. Thank you so much.
So do we still have, apart from the tramadol, any other drugs this year that you need to?
Yeah, when you go through my report, we have chloroquine phosphate injection. We have Viagra. We have an extra, really extra, according to the name, really extra. That is the name they wrote on it, really extra. And with a picture of somebody holding his waist. I don't know, probably he has backache. We have Chacapen. So you can see there are a variety. I would like to seize this opportunity to appreciate each and every one of you. And we also encourage you to please advise members of the public on the harmful effects of these fake drugs, and also to see how best the public can lend us their support so that we can perform our duties diligently for the betterment of the nation. Importers operating in this port should redouble their effort to import through this port for so many reasons. One, I think this is the only port that we have the easiest means of taking note of their predicaments, time factor, ease of doing business. Secondly, we work around the clock. At any given time, we noticed a congestion. We allow operation even at night through the relevant stakeholders, West African Container Terminal, NPA, and so on and so forth. As for the bad importation, certainly I advise not that they should not use this port only, but they should desist from bringing any of such products into the country, please.
The area controller also said that the drugs should be handed over to the appropriate authority.
In 2017, the command was given a target of 112.5 billion naira, of which it was able to generate 93.6 billion naira, or 83.26% of the expected total revenue. We have equally made 26 seizures with a duty paid value of 470.011 million naira. In the same year, the command was able to introduce training programs for its officers and men and other stakeholders. It also initiated and co-facilitated a seminar in oil and gas free trade zone entitled Improved Service Delivery, which helped to inform the command about the challenges faced by operators within the zone. We worked closely with other government agencies to fully implement the presidential directive on the ease of doing business. Revenue. This year, the command was given a revenue target of 117.8 billion naira as expected revenue. So far, we have generated 11.4 billion naira. As you are aware, we are in the first quarter of the year. In line with the mission and vision of the service, this command has once again resolved to improve on the achievements of 2017 by displaying greater diligence in all its activities for 2018. Indeed, our achievements last year was due to our efforts in training and retraining officers and other stakeholders on IT compliance model, customs procedures. We also deployed dispute resolution procedures for trade facilitation. We also deployed dispute resolution by maintaining an open door policy. This command was able to get direct feedback on the effectiveness of its operation, anti-smuggling activities in the year so far. From January to date, the command has seized 9 by 40 feet containers carrying 8,245 cartons of fake pharmaceuticals consisting of 250 milligrams of tramadol and tramakine and other anti-malaria and analgesic drugs falsely declared as pressure-reducing and PVC valves. The total duty paid value of the seizure of pharmaceutical amounts to 395.1 million naira. We are particularly delighted by this seizure because we recognize the harmful effect they have, especially on our youth and the current national challenge on substance abuse. As you may be aware, the federal government has placed heavy priority on agriculture with a view to making the country self-sufficient in food production. This command has been faithful in aligning towards the same policy. From January to date, 8 by 20 feet containers of rice with duty paid value of 64.8 million naira, carrying 4,120 bags of the same rice from Thailand were seized. These containers were falsely declared as sewing machines with the intent of evading the law. I am glad to report that they have been seized and duly condemned in court of law. The total duty paid value of the consignments seized so far in the first quarter of 2018 amounts to 460 million naira. Indeed, we are resolute in our determination to bring to an end the nefarious act of illicit trade in fake pharmaceuticals and other dangerous goods. These consignments have been duly inventoried, and the command, in line with its mandate, has already liaised with National Agency for Food and Drugs Administration and Control, NAFDAC, for further action. We have consistently maintained our policy of zero tolerance for any activity that would jeopardize the well-being of Nigerians and have remained steadfast in our commitment to achieve the goals of the Nigerian Customs Service in terms of revenue generation and anti-smuggling. Export. So far in 2018, the command has processed various oil and non-oil exports with an FOB value of $90 million. This is again laudable, as the federal government's business policy is also focused on encouraging exports in order to maximize the benefits of accessing the international market. Recently, the export agency in charge of export inspections in the zone officially acknowledged the command's performance and record keeping in 2017 as one of the most detailed and accurate in the last 12 years of customs operations within the zone. Interagency cooperation. Our activities in the period under review has been underscored by consistent and cordial engagements with other government agencies like NAFDAC, SON, NIMASA, NDLEA, and others. These engagements have led to the sharing of vital information that has proven to be useful at crucial moments. Other custom units. The command has worked in synergy with all customs units like the Customs Intelligence Unit, Valuation, Post-Clearance Audit, Custom Police, and recently the newly constituted Strike Force team. All these units have been functioning in tandem to achieve maximum compliance in 100% examination of cargo and increased revenue generation.
We now bring you the concluding part of the seizure made by the Ogun State Command, where a brand new Range Rover SUV Jeep was intercepted by men of the Nigerian Customs Service. Various items intercepted include motorbike, foreign rice, kegs of vegetable oil, second-hand shoes, bags with duty-paid value of 154 million naira. The controller added that the customs service is doing all it could to end smuggling in Nigeria. Among the seized items is a Toyota Highlander 2014 suspected to have been smuggled into Nigeria in the process, leading to the seizure. An officer sustained a life-threatening injury from the smugglers.
They normally use floaters in crossing vehicles to Nigeria. They saw us and they attacked our boys that are on their side where the vehicle arrived. They started using machete and axe on my officers. We were trying to reinforce ourselves. Before we got there, they have wounded our officer, but we were able to bring this vehicle you are seeing. That is the story about this vehicle. However, we are on their trail. We cannot leave this kind of thing. We are calling on well-meaning Nigerians, especially good citizens of Ogun State. The customs is warning them, the bad eggs, we will not fold our arms and we will not be intimidated. Please, the public should help us. Give us information. Give us support so that we will get at these smugglers. Smuggling is a deadly business and they are attacking us now. I'm calling on the traditional rulers. I'm calling on the religious leaders. I'm calling on every well-meaning Nigerian, especially the citizens, good citizens of Ogun State, that they should please warn their words. We are watching them. We are looking. And we have blocked every possible means of smuggling now in Ogun State.
He said that officers will continue to exercise their functions in line with the rules of engagement of the service. He decried how smugglers have devised a new method of writing petitions against officers to distract them from performing their duty.
This Vela Range Rover is 2018, that is for this year. Successfully, the custom officers from Ogun Area Command were on a routine patrol within the state. We came into contact with this vehicle. We apprehended this vehicle around Lagos Abeokuta Expressway. After Ifo town, there is one small junction there where they now come out. They didn't know we were patrolling that area. They were coming out of the bush to the main express. By the time we turned, they saw us and they saw another team in front. They just parked and jumped into the bush because they knew there is no hiding place. The vehicle in front, and they were not already on high speed. Because if they were on high speed, I think they were ready to kill. This is the key of the car. They did not give us this this remote willingly. What they did, as they were running, I think the key fell down. So we were combing the area where the vehicle is and the road they took going. So luckily, we had started trying to break the vehicle and open. And the vehicle that the handles were in, how do you break it? So we were lucky we got the remote. If we had not gotten the remote, we would certainly vandalize this vehicle and bring it down to our warehouse here.
Does it look like bulletproof? Did you check it out?
No, it's not. It's ordinary vehicle. The body is ordinary. If it were bulletproof, the price is a different ballgame. You cannot see the price on Google or internet of a bulletproof because depending on the thickness of the iron you want them to put for you, that is what will determine the price of the vehicle. The thickness of the glass you want, that equally determines the price of the vehicle.
The customs controller later warned some villagers over smuggling activities in their various villages. Just before we round up this week edition of the program, Customs Report, we brought you a report where the Nigerian Customs Service at Seme Border discovered a new route constructed by carriers from Benin Republic into Nigeria. For me, Igeseme Edie, thanks for watching.